Back again, folks. This is Bathrobe Chronicles number 67, part 2. We're talking about Catholic Church and Reiki. Anyway, so what really they're working up to is they don't, the Catholic Church doesn't want anything to do with Reiki. They don't want it in their hospitals. They don't want anything about it. There's a whole lot of stuff here about Reiki, which is, as it says, according to Reiki teaching, illness is caused by some kind of disruption or imbalance of one's life energy. Affects healing, placing on hands, and so forth and so on, in order to facilitate the flow of Reiki, the universal life energy, from the Reiki practitioner to the patient. On and on and on. It also talks about, to become a Reiki practitioner, one must receive an initiation or attunement from a Reiki master. This ceremony makes one attuned to the universal life energy and enables one to serve as a conduit for it. Blah, 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 blah. Although Reiki proponents seem to agree that Reiki does not represent a religion of its own, but a technique that may be utilized by people from many religious traditions, it does have several aspects of religion. Reiki is frequently described as a spiritual kind of healing, as opposed to common medical procedures of healing using physical means. Much of the literature on Reiki is filled with references to God, the goddess, the divine healing power, and the divine mind. The life force energy is described as being directed by God, the higher intelligence, the divine consciousness. Excuse me, my puppy's running around. Hey, Moose, come here. Down. 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 Sorry, folks. Anyway. Nevertheless, there are some Reiki practitioners, primarily nurses, who attempt to approach Reiki simply as a natural means of healing. Here's the long and the short of it. Continuing on, they say, judged according to these standards, Reiki lacks scientific credibility. They go on and on and on. Nevertheless, the fact remains that for Christians to access the divine healing is by prayer to Christ as Lord and Savior, while the essence of Reiki is not a prayer but a technique that is passed down from the Reiki master to the people, a technique that once mastered will reliably produce the anticipated results. This is also bizarre. Here's how they sum it up, the conclusion. Reiki therapy finds no support either in the findings of natural science, like medicine, or in Christian belief. For a Catholic to believe in Reiki therapy presents insoluble problems. In terms of caring for one's physical health or the physical health of others, to employ a technique that has no scientific support or even plausibility is generally not prudent. The long and the short of it, oh well, let me continue on here. Yeah, I'm sure this is boring. A Catholic who puts his or her trust in Reiki would be operating in the realm of suspicion, the no man's land that is neither faith nor science. Can you believe this? Superstition corrupts one's worship of God by turning one's religious feelings and practice in a false direction. While sometimes people fall into superstition through ignorance, it is the responsibility of all who teach in the name of the Church to eliminate such ignorance as much as possible. Well, here's the bottom line for these folks. Since Reiki therapy is not compatible with either Christian teaching or scientific evidence, it would be inappropriate for Catholic institutions such as Catholic health care facilities and retreat centers or persons representing the Church, such as Catholic chaplains, to promote or provide support for Reiki therapy. Okay. The way I see it, what the Catholics are saying is it's the divine healing. God comes down and heals. Now, there has not been one instance that I'm aware of where anyone has actually documented that God has come down and healed anyone. That's number one. And number two, Reiki is just a bunch of bullshit. Well, I think the other kind of stuff might be considered the same thing. So what we have is we have this massive, massive church, this Catholic church, you know, with like thousands upon thousands of priests and nuns and bishops and cardinals and on and on and on. And what they're saying is, hey, gosh, man, you can't mess with this Reiki because it's not plausible. But yet, on the other hand, they're saying we have the divine healing. I think it's kind of funny, really. I think kind of sad, really, that, you know, we have this battleground, the Catholic Church and Reiki. Energy healing, which of course is not plausible. And of course, the divine healing is not plausible. Well, anyway, I don't even know if I've made my point, but I'm getting a little ticked off, so I think I'll stop for now. And just say that they deserve each other, the Catholic Church and the Reiki practitioners. They really do. And I hope they, like, battle it out and continue, because the whole thing is so absolutely absurd. But anyway, as Pat Condell would say, peace, folks. Peace.